He bit a lot.
Which is hilarious. When she showed him that bite mark, she's like, "Oh, look at this! And how did this happen?"
Oh no! That's not good.
I was like, "Bitch, that
there?
looks infected. I think you have tetanus."
Guys, welcome to the first episode of Katie Afraidy on the Fangoria Network. Woo woo, woo woo. First episode. Let's go. Let's go. I'm your host, Katie Hettenbach, and I'm so excited for this person to be on the pod. She's one of my favorite people. She brings sunshine, joy, silly goofiness to the world. She's a comedian and overall astounding human being. Sarah Hyland.
Thanks, Katie.
Oh.
What a fun intro. Can you do my IMDb?
Yes.
She's done nothing, but she's a really good person.
She's a really good person. She's done things, but we don't care about those things. We just care that she's an awesome, silly, goofy human.
That's what's up.
And yeah, dude.
Thanks. I think there should be a whole IMDb just dedicated to decent fucking people, because that's how it's going.
Yeah.
And those are the people that get hired.
Yeah. You would get hired for everything.
Get paid for being a good person for once in this goddamn life.
Dude.
Is that too much to ask?
That's a lot. Hey, that's a lot to ask.
It's true. How many times did the nice guy finishes last? Boy, you goddamn right. The longer I'm on this planet, I'm like, that could not be the most true thing. I've seen I always question like how there's so many a-holes in this world and they all seem to have a lot of money. I'm like, I don't know what in the ever-loving shit. Every single time you see a Rolls Royce, guess who gets out? A douchebag.
Yeah. Every single time.
Do you ever see like a nice person that's serving food at a fucking soup kitchen?
They're driving a Prius because they're smart. Fly. Oh my God.
Prius. Not even.
Not even.
They have like a Honda Escort. Oh, it's a Ford Escort from
Ford
like
Escort.
1985.
Because why not?
Yeah.
You know what? They're fun. They're great. Just like you. And like this podcast.
Thanks, Katie.
You're the best.
Thanks for
So
having me.
you're wearing a spooky shirt.
I did.
I'm honored that you're wearing a spooky shirt.
Yeah. Of course. I don't even know. I went to put it on and Jen was like, where in the fuck? I was like, yeah, exactly. I think I got it like 5 years ago at a flea market and here we are.
I love it. I'm honored that you found it and dug it out and decided to wear it today. It's beautiful. Does
it make me look thin?
You've never looked better. You should wear that shirt every day. It's very slimming.
My aura has never felt more clean. That's how soulless I want to be in Los Angeles, California. I literally just want the air to flow through my rib cage, and so I can feel nothing. Is that too dark? Too fast? Okay, sorry.
It is a horror podcast. There are no rules.
I guess that's right.
We can get as dark as we want to.
Yeah.
So, are you a horror fan?
Yes. Okay. So, but I mean, I'm not as intensely as a horror fan.
Oh,
as
for
you
sure.
guys are. I don't have a damn podcast about it. But
I know.
I definitely remember. I think the first.
Oh,
time,
because you have your own podcast. Not cool with Sarah Hyland.
We do have our own podcast, and we've never talked about horror movies ever. So I'm gonna leave that to you. But I will say, I do remember the first scary movie that I ever saw, which is what we first talked about, I think, which was Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
And it was a damn VHS. And I mean, I was young but I remember there was something about this cassette, this VHS tape that it was forbidden.
Oh.
And me and my friend Allie Reynolds, it was down the basement. I was like, we gotta watch that fucking video.
Yeah, we gotta do it.
Because we knew we were not supposed to watch it. Like there's literally an R rating put out like a sonar against children that I was like, this is not right. And so of course we wanted to do it. And so yeah, my parents were gone or whatever, and we put it in, and I had nightmares for months. Like I couldn't sleep. Well, because it was a scene. It was the one that really stuck with me is when Freddy Krueger was invisible.
Yes.
And he held up this chick with the blonde hair up against the wall, up against the ceiling.
Yeah, and like dragged her around the room.
Dragging blood marks all over the wall, all over the ceiling, like all like even now, I'm like, oh my fuck. And of course, now if I watched it, I'd be like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, is that ketchup? Like, what are we?
Like, that blood is not that red. That looks fake. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, you can like see the digital, like, slowly, you know. But I just, at the time, all I could picture, and I had this like little princess run with like a canopy above it. And I just pictured like Freddy Krueger's claws like going through the canopy down on my, it was. And I would just picture, like, what walls is he going to take me to? And then, anyway. But so that is the first scary movie I ever saw. And then, but here's the thing. I grew up, like, we had Tales of the Crypt.
Yeah.
We had, which, again, was just as forbidden as... It was the time when, like, there was porn on, like, HBO and Cinemax and stuff like that. Oh. And it was... Tales of the Crypt came on really late at night. And Elvira. And after that was the porn that came on. Good.
Okay, so...
But it was fuzzy porn. It was the fuzzy, like, on the TV. And every once in a while, you'd get, like, a clear glimpse of, like, a boob or, like, you know, like, a ball. And you would just wait for it.
Like, wait for it. And there it is. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. Like, it was just one of those things, like, nighttime when the night fell and the parents went to bed. Like, that, we just knew, like, that was the time to shine. You know, like, was, like, watching the scary... It wasn't even scary. Like, Tales of the Crypt.
Yeah.
Do you remember the host?
It's creepy.
It's so hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like a skeleton. He has, like, no hair.
Yeah, it's
like
the Crypt Keeper.
Now that I think about it. Yeah.
So you're saying Biden is the Crypt Keeper?
You might, now that I think about it, I'm like, he actually
you know what?
President.
Since he has gotten into office, no one's heard from the Crypt Keeper.
Okay.
Coincidence?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to point fingers, but you know, I just
That's all. I'm like, that's my like rooting in, like, you know, scary movies and horror things, and like, and then, you know, it was like The Omen and like all the like tall tales of like, or The Exorcist of when you know, apparently there was like a clip where the face comes up.
Yeah.
And apparently the directors didn't put it in there, and it was just this crazy slab that came out of nowhere. Like, and that, like, stuff like that, like, I loved like the like eerie, ghosty, spirity kind of horror stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I could go on and on, but I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, you're not. It's perfect.
But yeah, so I mean, and then The Ring, and then they're just like, I've grown to actually, I was never really scared because it's so, I don't know, I just love it. Like, I don't know, like, I just love the story behind it. Like in the, you know, The Wizard of Oz, where the guy who was on the production, it's not a scary movie, but the guy who was a production guy, and he was supposedly hanging on a tree in the back. Do you remember that part?
Yeah, that was actually just a deer in the back. But it's crazy that they're like, one of the Munchkins hung himself in the back, and you're like,
Isn't that great?
That's crazy. That I love that
Isn't
conspiracy theory. But yeah, it's crazy.
I live for that shit.
It's
like,
so good.
But I don't want to know. Like, that's the thing. I don't want to know the truth. I don't want to know. Don't tell. Like, I don't even. Just let me believe that there was a PA who hung himself on a tree on the goddamn art department.
He was upset. He's like, asbestos, none of this. The Munchkins are at it again.
Yeah, just let me believe. I like that dark underbelly world of shit that, like, I don't know. It's just food for thought, if you will. But like, so it kind of like, and then what was the one with oh man, Jack Nicholson and the
Shining?
The Shining.
Yeah.
That fucking cool. That's the shit. Like, that is a goddamn masterpiece.
Have you seen Room 237?
I don't. And now that I'm like, have I seen that? I might have, and because it's newer.
It is 2000.
Newer than The Shining.
Newer than The Shining, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's basically like going through how they made it, kind of, and like it touches on some conspiracy theories, but like doesn't. There are so many in The Shining, and it's like we'll never know what The Shining is at. Well, at least Stanley Kubrick's. We'll never know what his Shining was about, because we know what Stephen King is about. We can ask him because he's still alive. He's still here. But Stanley Kubrick is like, he's gone. So like, what is it about? You know, there's so many different ways to interpret that movie, and I think that's why it's so fun, because every time you watch it, you notice something new, and I love that. So
Watch it again.
in your logic, do you think that the Blair Witch people are actually dead?
Don't even start on the Blair Witch Project. I forgot about the Blair Witch Project. Now that you say it, I'm obsessed with that movie. I fucking love that movie. Do you all hate that movie?
No, it's good.
Am I getting too excited too fast?
No, you're not.
I love it. That was
This
my
is just
first. That was
my
my first
personality.
introduction to digital marketing.
Oh my! With the camcorder.
But no, with the marketing for the movie where they try to make you believe that it's a real like that it
Documentary
really
series?
happened and it was real found footage and the website and all of that.
They got me, dude.
They got me bad.
They got me so bad.
They got me bad. I was like, why are the cops
the
releasing the
cops
footage?
going in there?
I had a lot of questions. I was only 13, but I was like,
Yeah.
why are there so many questions? Why are there? I have so many unanswered questions.
Legit.
Yeah. You were a kid. Like, I totally believed it. I was like, do you guys hear about those campers that went out and they faced the wall and they fucking died? There's footage, man. There's footage. They're showing in the movie theaters, man. Isn't that great? Like, I still get excited about it, talking about it.
It's wild. So they
I need to calm down a little bit.
no, you don't. You don't. I love
topic that I
No,
enjoy.
I love it. I love it. There's a another movie that was a film fest movie called Gags. I don't know if you remember in 2016 when there were clowns in like stalking college campuses with like knives and stuff. That is because of this movie Gags. They did a similar thing with like the Blair Witch. They filmed fake footage of a clown walking in public places and they posted it from like anonymous places on Twitter, and then it blew up, and then copycats started happening. So the clown craze started because of this movie made in Green Bay, Wisconsin, because this guy was like, I have a great idea, and he started a freaking clown parade, and it's awful.
Is it
Terrifying. The movie's not. It's fine. The movie's
popped in
fine.
my head? Insane Clown Posse. I
Clown
remember that
Posse.
band.
I do.
Fucking hell. Is that still happening?
The no, not as much. No, I think it died off pretty quickly.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it was terrifying. Oh, I went to I was in college at that time, and we had a clown on our college campus.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
And I did I was in speech class, and they're like, do a special occasion speech. So I did a speech to abolish clowns.
Nope.
And then I was like, this is the evidence. We have clowns on our literal fucking campus.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not doing this. Nope, I'm not. No, thank you.
No. Absolutely fucking
Yeah.
not. How long did that last? How long did...
I think like at least 2 years, a year.
God.
Yeah, we love America.
Do we though? Okay.
Okay. That
Just
was
lost
a
your
choice to
demographic
say
in
that.
Texas. I'm sorry. No, I love our country.
I love our country. God bless America. God bless America.
God bless America.
And God bless this movie that we watched,
Yes.
Child's Play.
You guys. I watched the original.
Yes.
I watched one from 88 or whatever
Yes.
it was.
Oh, you were supposed to watch the newer one.
Really?
No,
I was like, fuck. I was like, it can't be that much different. It's just...
It's the same. It's basically the same. No, I wanted to watch this one also because we both have a Chicago connection.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you went to school in Chicago
did.
and for a brief second, and I also went to Chicago for a brief second, and you did Second City.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Where'd you go in Chicago?
I went to Columbia College, Chicago.
Oh, okay. Smarty
Yeah,
pants.
yeah.
All right, you need to brag about it. Okay.
Oh, smarty pants. You didn't need it to anything to get in there.
It was just more scholastic. I went to the Art Institute. If anybody is wondering, or cares, pardon me. But yeah, Columbia was right across the street, and we borrowed all of your scholastic teachers. Like our English teacher was from Columbia, because other than that, we had Tai Chi and fucking bowl making. So we had to borrow. That's the true story. So we had to borrow an English teacher.
Yeah,
and there was an English teacher from Columbia. His name was John. I don't know his last name. Anything about that?
John.
And definitely. And yeah, for an English assignment, we had to write paper, and I didn't have any paper, so I went down to the wood shop and I wrote on a thin piece of wood. And I was like, he's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm an art
I was
student.
like, I'm an artist. It's a fucking piece. Are you gonna accept it?
And
Of course he did. What the fuck is he gonna do? There was writing on it. It's right there. Wood is paper.
what is paper? It's just
It just wasn't fully formed.
yeah.
So
I
thought
love
it was a
that.
very primitive piece. And it was a performance, me handing it in.
Do you still have it?
Nailed it.
Do you still have it?
No.
I would have framed that. That's amazing.
No, I turned it in.
And he kept it? He was like, I don't know.
Kept it. I want that piece of shit back. I mean, come on. It was... Listen, that's why I dropped out. All right?
Fair enough. No, dude, yeah. It's funny, though, because I feel like, although we all are art students at those schools, you knew the Art Institute kids versus the Columbia kids.
For sure.
And it was like, we kind of hated each other.
We did.
And it was interesting, like, oh, there's another Art Institute kid. I don't know how we knew, but we knew.
Oh my God, the freaks hating the other freaks. Who's freakier? Like
literally.
So who's weirder than who? It was, that's what's always so fun. Like, other big four college campuses are like, sports, man, football's fucking lit, and then like
we don't have sports, we have medieval combat. Did you have medieval combat?
No, we had Tai Chi, which I totally took and failed because she hated me. But
bitch,
I know. I really tried. I moved too fast. Tai Chi is far too slow.
Too slow. I think we are fast people. We need to go.
Yeah, I would laugh, and I was in a goth phase, and I would wear like fishnets and shit, and I just couldn't move. And I wore pantyhose at the time as a undershirt. Yes. I would cut the crotch out, and I would put the pantyhose legs as my arm, and then cut the feet off. That. Made it really hard to do fucking moves, and then I would just laugh and not finish. God damn, she hated me.
Oh man,
it's okay though. It's okay. Yeah. You know what? It's all our own paths, and I am never gonna be a Tai Chi teacher.
That's what, but you wouldn't have known that. Mm-hmm. Your dream. You were like artist, but Tai Chi is my passion. And you took that class, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna change career paths.
Live and learn, girl. I was either that or be a doctor. So
those were the two options. The only two options.
Art school or go to med school.
What if I?
Yeah. So we have Chicago in common, and then, but was Child's Play set in Chicago?
Yes, it's in Chicago.
Oh my God! I didn't catch on to
the exterior of the apartment that they're in was actually my old apartment.
No shit.
Yeah. I was in that apartment when I watched Child's Play for the first time, and I was like, oh my God.
I'm like, did you watch the lady fall out the window?
I'm there. I was the lady who fell out the window. That was me.
That'd be so sick.
That's
my God.
Dude,
scene.
Dude, it's epic.
The whole movie's the movie. I loved watching it again, and I definitely have seen it. Mm-hmm. Like I watched Child's Play, but it was really fun watching it again because you definitely know going into it, it's 2023 that this is going to be the dumbest.
Oh yeah,
fucking movie.
Yeah,
of all time.
You're like a serial killer is part of a satanic voodoo cult, whatever, and he's dying, and is like, I'm gonna transfer my soul into a doll, which is the first thing I'm thinking when I'm dying. I'm like, let me transfer my soul real quick to the nearest object.
Yeah, the storyline. The storyline, I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, it starts out with, like a voodoo transfer. And I'm like, what is this fucking dude? No voodoo? What are we doing? And then it was like 10 minutes until the movie was over. And then they introduced the guy who gave him the voodoo, who, like, blessed him with the skill of voodooism. And, like... And he delivered the message of to fucking nail the dude in the heart. You know what I mean? It was just like, who wrote this, man? Like who? But it's amazing. Like at the time, like imagine taking that idea to like a boardroom.
Yeah, it'd be like, hey guys,
I got a fucking killer idea. You ready?
Hear me out. But there's a serial killer inside of the doll.
Yeah.
And he goes around.
The guys are like, is the doll like a giant? Can't they just butt kick the fucking doll?
No. The kid, dude, you kick it, it's gonna come back.
Yeah,
and it keeps coming back.
Yeah, until it's charred.
Yeah.
Literally,
it'll come back. You can lay it on fire. You can shoot it. You can Monty Python it, cut all of its limbs off in its head. I'm still coming at you. Yeah, and it'll get you.
Yeah, go for it. You go.
No, you're good. Go. Whatever you say.
No, I mean, I think. I mean, it's so, speaking of that scene, like the dying scene, I mean, like, I always think of the perspective for some reason, especially on old horror movies of like the art department of like how they had to create this doll. And like by the end of it, it was how charred it was. It literally looked like somebody. It was art department. Someone had in their fucking trunk. They're like, dude, just like blowtorch it, and then that was the fucking that was the doll. Like that was the body. I was like, this is so insane with the little baby fingers that just
kind of move slightly. Yeah, I love because it's all practical with the animatronic. I love the way he moves because I know it's supposed to benefit. You're supposed to escape reality for a second, and this is real. This is a real doll walking around. But just the way he walks, this time it cracked me up. I could not stop laughing at the way Chucky was just prancing around. His little feet.
Well, I think and the camera work. I think because they never really showed him really with a full move for like a long extended amount of time. It was either like this his headshot or like an arm just doing that or like his feet and like and so I think there were times, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think were there times where like a little person played him in the movie?
I believe so. So especially when he was on fire.
Yeah.
I think that was a stunt person, but I'm not 100% sure. John, do you know? Are you looking it up right now? Do you know?
I believe that the running also was a little person.
Yeah.
Amazing. So good.
No, the movie, and I think I loved his facial expressions. Like everything in this movie is so comical now that I always picture like, God, these faces are like memes or like they're like these little splickets of comedy, because you're like, what is that face? And you're like, it's like, and that would be the sound, the voiceover for, and you would just have this face where it's like a frozen with his lips. It's just I can't. It is so good. And I remember at the time, because they had the dolls actually available for sale in stores, and it's just, I don't know, the concept of it is so funny. And like the guy, the kid carrying this big doll who's fucking it's the same size as him. I'm like, no one sees a problem with this. No one sees an issue, even if the doll never came alive as an evil spirit.
That's a large doll.
That's a large ass doll.
Have you ever had a doll that big?
No, we had Cabbage Patch dolls.
Okay, I also had Cabbage Patch dolls, but I had a doll that big.
What doll was it?
It was one of those life-size Barbies.
Oh, okay, touche.
And I would take her clothes off, and because they would fit me, so I would wear her clothes around.
Okay, that tracks.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of remember those, but they were like, stiff.
Yeah, they were stiff, and like they didn't like it.
Yeah, they were plastic. Yeah, they weren't comfortable. Like this dude had the doll by the neck, and his fucking head was as big as a bass. It was huge.
Yeah.
What a never living shit. Like, at least make the doll. And I feel like the doll kind of like changed sizes, and it was just, it's the comical, obviously, because it's so what's the word I'm looking for, campy.
Yeah.
That there's so many times where you're just like, just kick the motherfucker. Like,
literally,
he is not even up to your shin.
Kick his head off. Like, it's like, what are you? Like, there's so many times throughout the movie where the kid is just like, well, I guess I'm going to go back into a corner. This doll is going to get me. And I'm like, okay, I know you're a kid, but like, oh my God, get up.
Yeah.
Fight back.
Well, and the stunts, even with the little kid, like even when he was in, he went to the little kid mental institution, and they were in the room of like, the doctor was about ready to give him a tranquilizer shot. I'm sure.
Which I've said it before, I'll say it again. Anytime there's a kid in a movie where the adults don't believe them and something's actually happening is so frustrating.
Shit.
And I know like it's supposed to be, but like I get overly frustrated with that. And then to have you're going to just we're going to chill out now. Yeah. And I have a needle. No, don't do that. Yeah. No, believe the kid. I know it sounds weird that the doll's alive. I wouldn't believe it either. But you know what? Maybe I would this time around.
Yeah. Well, it was the longest fight scene off. Like, do you remember that, John? Where like it was the longest fight scene in any horror movie history in my life. Where this tiny kid is fighting this big doctor, and it was in slow. It was like those shitty dreams where you're trying to run, but you're in slow motion.
Yep.
that whole movie was a bad dream like that. I was like, can anybody move a little bit fucking quicker? Like,
let's go, people.
Yeah. He was like, stop, don't, no,
what are you doing?
And then they just showed they showed his little kid legs kicking this giant dude's. It was just so funny. And then, yeah, I think the stunts were so great. They made you laugh.
Yeah.
Because he actually you could kind of see him purposely backing up and knocking things over.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm going to hit this one now. Oh, what was that behind me? Okay, I'm going to step 2 more back, and now I fall into the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, this was not staged. You're so good at acting, kid.
It wasn't just him.
Yeah.
Dude, it was the from the very beginning, the murderer who came in the toy shop, and he was like, he came to that whole display of Chucky's.
Mm-hmm.
And like he was dying. You can see him slowly, like kind of as he was, falling against them as he's dying from this gunshot wound, like pulling them down over him, like pulling the doll boxes over him as like a really horrible acting stunt skill. I was like, you're pulling them on you. You know what I'm saying? It was just
like at that point, like, what are you trying to do? Like, what is the logic through his head?
So good. It was so good. And the mom was amazing, because there is a definite skill to like obviously screaming or obviously, horror movie acting. Like there is a niche.
Oh yeah.
You have to be able to scream and shit.
Yeah.
And like really, she did.
She did a great job.
It was ridiculous. Like when the knife was coming through the door, I'm like, bitch, move away from the door.
And I'm like, you keep going this way. I'm like, how about you go the other way? Because he's clearly going this way.
I swear to God, there were 10 stab wounds through that door. I was like,
go to the other side of the door, because he's clearly
there's
not
a
going
whole
back.
room available.
Literally.
I can't. Like it was that in increments, just going back. I'm like, bitch, if you don't move away from that door,
I hope you die.
And it was like kind of like a steak knife. It wasn't even like this like big. Oh my God.
Also, so that was when they were in the bathroom. None of the bathroom doors had locks on them.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, hey, hear me out. How about you get some locks? I don't know. Just thought, hey, that might help. Also, they opened, the doors opened outwards.
Yeah.
So that Chucky had to, I don't know. I'm like, that's terrible for horror movies, because you have to hold it, and then they have.
I know.
Yeah. But it's not logical. You can't think like that. But I'm like, no, I am. So like, what?
No, I know. I mean, that's what's great about these particular campy horror movies.
Yeah.
Where you're like, you just gotta let it go, Sarah. Like, you gotta let all that go of rationality. Yeah, because what you said about being frustrated of people. Yeah, like you're just like, listen to the motherfucker. Like when the kid or the mom like found the batteries and whatnot, you're like, yes,
like,
and then
finally. You're like, obviously the kid didn't push your sister or whatever. Sister? Babysitter?
It was his aunt.
So I guess it's her sister.
Yeah.
Who also, she was kind of a terrible babysitter.
She was the worst fucking babysitter I've ever seen. I was like, could you be a little, she was not great.
Yeah.
But like that, I'm glad she died.
Honestly.
Okay, I'm sorry. She deserved to die.
She deserved to die. She did. No, it's okay. That's okay. She deserved it. Hey, that's fine.
Totally
but I loved that that the little boy's like, Chucky wants to watch the 9 p.m. news. Like, that's just and she's like, oh, does he? Okay. Okay. Kid.
Yeah, that should have been your first clue. Even if the doll wasn't alive.
Yeah, okay. That should be a red flag, because I don't think any kid has ever uttered, I want to watch the 9 o'clock.
The 9 o'clock news. Yeah. That should have been like, I'm going to call your mom. She's coming here. We're calling CPS.
Yeah.
Something's not, what medication are you on? You know what I mean? I would sit that kid down and have an adult man-to-man conversation. I'd be like, dude, are you watching porn? Do you know what I mean? I would have gone into like more adult questions. I'm like, what is it with the news?
Yeah.
What's
up with that? What's happening?
Are you watching CNN? Fox? Where are we at?
What are you? Where's the radar? I need to know.
Yeah. I would have went in at that point. I would have been like, bro, sit down. Do you want a cigar? Something? What do you want? Like some wine? Are you drinking? Yeah.
Are you on drugs?
That's the kind of babysitter I am. I'm like, do you want to kind of, what do you do? Weed?
What do you? So what are we doing here?
What are kids your age into right now?
What's happening? Drugs, weed, porn, boobs, dick,
pipes.
What do you do? What do you like?
Yeah. The first mistake was getting this child a life-size doll like that. By the way,
that she got from a man in a shopping
in a
home.
The problem is with the parents. God damn it. She got, which I feel bad because she was, she couldn't afford to wear. But you don't go to a back alley and buy the scariest shitty doll with red hair, mind you.
Period.
That's it. That's it. You let it pass and you don't ever think about it again. But she went and bought this doll from a shopping cart from
his accomplice.
Yeah. There's so much wrong with that, but like it's like,
but she left her job. Her friend was like, "Hey, right now in the back alley, there's a dude. He's selling a good guy. We gotta go." She's like, "I'm working." She's like, "Do you want the doll or not?" And she's like, "Oh, my son really wants it, so I guess I'm gonna go leave my job." And I'm like, "Okay, you could be like, hey boss, I need to pee."
Yeah.
Just make it, and then like, can someone cover me for a second?
Yeah.
She just left. She said bye.
Bye.
The fact that she was not fired is impressive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that we're talking about it, I didn't even think about it at the time, but it's just like, okay, like if my mom, I would be so upset that if my mom couldn't afford a goddamn doll and she had to go to a back alley.
Yeah.
To get a doll for $30.
Yeah.
That I don't even need in the first place because look at the damn thing.
It's like ugly.
He needs to be doing homework. He needs other things.
Honestly, drugs would have been better for this kid at that point. Yeah.
So I think you in your prep, I think you asked like what was one of my favorite moments, and I definitely have to say, my favorite moment was definitely the end in the burning scene.
Yes.
Like I think because the whole situation that she caged him in with the fireplace gate, and then the kid once again, and took 10 minutes, slow-mo.
He's just standing there.
He lit the match. Yeah, just staring.
She's like, help me. Hey.
I actually thought he was possessed. He took so long. I was like, oh, is he possessed? He's possessed.
Chucky has actually managed to possess.
He voodooed him.
Wow.
I actually thought that because that is how long his reaction time was. I was like this.
Oh, yeah. Now. Q is now.
Yeah,
got it.
yeah,
I wonder how many takes they're like, oh, what is the kid's name?
And actually, I know. I did wonder where this...
Andy. They're like, Andy, and now. And he's like, okay. Oh, got it. Oh, Mom, let me help you. Yeah.
And then he lit like a little badass. He took the thing and like lit it across.
Also, how does he know how to light a match?
I don't know. Because the same way he knows how to smoke a cigar and watch the evening news. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm concerned. I didn't know how to light one till like high school.
But what was sick, this is a time thing. Like this is like a really old thing. But I love that how she did it. Jonna, you may or may not remember it. I don't know. But like on the fireplace, they had one of those gas turners.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. That's how you got gas to the house.
Yeah. Do they still do that?
No, I think we've come a long way. I mean, I'm sure there are some buildings that haven't been upgraded that are a giant fire hazard. I feel like there's a fire code and those things can't exist anymore.
How insane that is that we had a key in our home that could release gas at our will? Like,
I mean, all I can think about, and I don't know if maybe it didn't make its way to LA, but the fires that exist now, I can only imagine if those things still existed. Everything would be on fire at all times.
Every meth house would be fucking annihilated. Poof. But that's one of the things that like those little token things. I was like, oh snap! Like that's one. So she turned that up, and then he lit this match, And he's in there like,
Yeah.
apparently totally against his will, held hostage by her body weight, which was probably 105 pounds, and a fireplace gate. Like,
and
what
but
are
also, but as soon as what is Chucky's workout routine? Because
I don't know, 3 apples high.
Yeah.
I only know that because of Smurfs. That's how they gave their measurements. But like, what? But he can't get out of a fireplace cage from a woman who's tiny. Like, it was just like, what are we? He was like,
I can't do it. God, you're so strong, missus.
Did he made those sound effects when he was pushing, and his face was like, and it was like smushed up against the cage.
Also, for like a brief second after that, the screen was being held up by a single piece of wood. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's right.
And then it took him a couple pushes to get that out. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we can believe that. What? I'm like, it doesn't. Again, the logic doesn't make sense.
The scene was amazing.
It's so good.
Come on.
Honestly, I think one of the scariest moments for me is simply after Chucky's burned, after they think he's dead, and the mom's running to help Kincaid in the bedroom because he just has been stabbed or whatever. And the little boy goes and he starts to walk to the room and he gets tripped. First of all, the trip I've never been seen. It's never been done better. Just the oh no.
Way it was a charred, burnt foot.
Yes, just, you're like but the way Chucky walks, the slow. Honestly, that was terrifying. And I know that, again, the little boy could just, hey, I could move a little bit faster right now and I could get away because this is a fucking doll. And I am bigger than this doll. What, 6'7"? 5 or 6'7"? You can run faster than this doll. Let's get up, kid. Let's go. But that was truly one of the moments where I was like, cool. That was weird. Also, have to ask, was that the brown line or the orange line that the kid was on? By himself also. Oh, he was on the train by himself.
Yeah, he went to a homeless encampment by himself. He went to drug alley by himself. And no one, that's so funny you said that when he got off the train. Like, it was full of adults. And like, there was one lady just like by the door. I'm like, bitch, look up. You know what I mean? There wasn't even a phone to blame it on. I was like, what are you looking at? Like, there is a child. What is he, 6?
At least, yeah.
Walking with a giant hell doll.
Yeah, you're like, where's your adult? Are you the adult? Because then I'll say sorry, but you're in a snowsuit.
He's in a snowsuit.
I mean, it is Chicago.
Sure.
It's cold in the Windy City.
100%.
Yeah.
No offense to the snowsuit. It's an interesting
offense taken
situation that it is what it is. It's a movie, but like I did think about that. I'm like, whoa, all right, this kid has been on the train. Obviously, he probably went, I don't know, 7 stops.
Yeah, which is like
with full-blown adults just being like, hey, never once looking. She's like digging in her purse. I'm like, God damn it. And he gets out and walks to a drug den. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. And like the mom has no idea any of this is happening. And I'm like, hey, look, I know you're struggling. I know you're a single working mom, but how do you not know that your kid is not going? Like, who's 6? Yeah. Like, I would understand if you're like older, but 6?
Yeah. You know what would have been a better concept? Fuck the doll. Like,
okay.
I would have think it would be great. Let's make it 2023 style. And the kid actually did it. The kid was the one who actually, or he did get possessed.
Ooh.
And then he became, like, it's just, you don't often see, or correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't often see scary movies with, like, little kid killers. Am I wrong?
There's an entire, The Omen, Children of the Corn.
Oh, okay, but they don't kill. Don't they do, like, telepathic, like...
But then there's Pet Cemetery. Like,
damn it.
So there are some, but it's not, like, there's a whole thing. But no, I got you.
Also, like the whole part of the trending, like not trending, but the overarching story of Child's Play is the serial killer also hates that he's in a doll and wants to transfer his soul into the kid so he has a longer life. So, like, the goal is to get into that kid's body and be a serial killer as a kid.
For sure.
Which I think that would be a cool concept. Like, he's in kindergarten now, and he's a serial killer.
That's all I'm saying.
And he's offing kids for animal crackers.
Yeah. Let's have trilogies. Let's have what happened before. Let's have him in the womb. Like, what happened? I want to go back to where the voodoo began. I want to go back to the tribe. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I just wanted to deepen it a little bit to make it even more dark.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm watching a doll that's, what's the word I'm looking for? Possessed.
So if you were dying and you were...
like the way this is going.
Yeah.
Okay,
if you were dying, if you were dying and you had the power of voodoo and you could possess any object and be that object, what object would you be? Doll, anything.
Oh boy, what object would I be? Oh, dang it. Oh, that's a thinker.
I know. I also have to think about it too. John, you're in on it too, so think about it. Have
you asked this question before?
No, I've never asked it. I just thought of it.
Because I'm thinking that you have to like have access to some pretty gnarly people if you wanted to kill them.
John, do you have one?
I mean, it would have to be something that can be mobile. If I had to guess, I would say like a car or a transformer or something.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Like what if I said, "Oh, I want to be a TV"? Like what am I gonna do as a TV?
Prime time, bitch.
There's no way to get out of it.
Yeah, true.
Like so, just like popped out legs and arms and your head popped out the top and just TV
all right,
man.
Now we're talking nonsense. That could never happen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So got it. But okay, yeah. I would say.
And you talk through your body by turning the channels.
Wow. Ooh.
Do you understand? You just got to break open your fucking brain. Anything can happen, John. Anything.
Anything is possible.
I'm like, I want to be a transformer, but that's too clunky.
Well, one of the Transformers, his voice box got destroyed, so he talks through the radio. So when he wants to talk, it jumps to different songs words.
Isn't that Bumblebee?
Yeah. So that could be me through a TV.
Yeah.
Bumblebee's my dog.
Bumblebee's the shit. He's my main man. I love Bumblebee, dude. Did you see the last one? Don't even get me started on Bumblebee. No. He's hot. That bad? I did like Optimus Prime. I did, but he was kind of a dick in this last one. I was like, bro, he was kind of crotchety.
Fair enough.
I mean, I know what he's doing. He's the grand poobah. He's the grand protector. I get it. He's like the grandpa, but he definitely gave grandpa vibes. I was like, ugh.
I did not know Sarah was this much into Transformers.
I didn't either.
I have a whole new level of respect for her.
Buddy. What are you talking? I had Transformers growing up. Like, we had the OG, like, when he was a semi. I watched all that shit.
Yeah, I had it. I had all of that stuff.
Oh my god,
that's amazing. Oh my god.
Don't even get me started.
I love it.
Anyway, Optimus Prime was always. Anyway, I'll go. All right, we digress.
Okay, I've decided mine, and I actually changed the past as you were talking more and more. I would possess I would possess the T-Rex animatronic from Jurassic Park. And Rain Terror.
That's a fucking good one.
But if it rains, I'm fucked. But hey. That's the risk I'm willing to take.
That's a good one. That's bold. That's a bold fucking. I went smaller. What about a ringworm?
Just be an inconvenience for a little bit. No, hear her out. Hear her out. Think about it.
Well, no, because you have to think things that are like, okay, parasites and ringworms are the most fucking I can't think. My words are really bad. Stealth. They're the most stealth fighters of all fucking disease. Are you kidding? You know how much damage you can do to get inside. You're mobile as shit. You come out and shit. You can move from there and then go to any person or animal that you want, and they would never have any idea. And you could just fucking kill them. Is that too much?
That's
No, I think
good.
that was great. I think that's the clip right there.
That's the clip. Clip it.
I think I think my concern.
Am I crazy?
No, I think
I am.
I think my concern is that if you're going to transfer your soul into another body or into another thing, you need to be able to get yourself back. You want to be able to get yourself out of that thing at some point.
You can.
As a ringworm?
You can't talk. You can't talk.
I don't need to talk.
Oh, you just want to take over
I just want to
bodies.
seek and destroy. Like, I don't need to talk. What am I talking for?
You're like, I have a new purpose in life.
People
It's just to kill as many people as possible.
Yeah, people don't listen. What the fuck you need to talk for? No, you just go in any orifice that you can, and you could destroy, and nobody would even understand.
You're like,
why. Did I take a more evil approach? But that's what I think.
Coming soon to Fangoria, the new podcast called Red Flags.
Red flag. Today on the 9 o'clock news, there is a ringworm that has run amok, running a rampage on people, killing people left and right. We think it might be Sarah Hyland from the Not Cool podcast, but we're not quite sure.
It's exactly. They're confused as shit. Isn't it confusing?
They're like,
I would be fluorescent
you're like,
pink. I'd have like I had wings, but I'd have muscles.
you're like, why does that ringworm have glasses?
A mohawk. Yeah, I have glasses.
You have glasses?
Fuck yeah, I've got. They're these. They're these exact glasses.
Those exact ones.
And I have a fucking trail of fire that comes from me.
Trail of fire.
Yep. And
Wow.
I make it into a stuffed animal so that you too can purchase it at home for your holiday gift and surprise.
For $19.99 plus $5.95 shipping and handling.
She's cute, but she's a killer. That's my tagline. Think about it.
Think about it.
I just copyrighted it.
That's
I mean, you're
brilliant.
pitching it to me like we're trying
We are.
to do it.
We're
but,
doing
I
it.
mean, I've thought about it. Not my choice, but do what you feel.
I'm just saying you could, if you really wanted to, that a particular parasite like that could hold. It could hold crystals. It could hold aluminum, copper. It could hold poison. It could hold blades. It could hold so many formaldehyde. It could fucking
marbles.
Yeah, marbles. And I could even fuck it up and I can have little love crystals in there. Like, dude, you don't even know, dude.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
dude.
saying. I have a backpack and it has a sandwich in it when I get hungry. Because killing's tiring, exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
I have a garage. Anyway, I have a snail that I travel with on horseback. I have a saddle. I go slow. If I really want to move, I put it on an ostrich. I have a saddle for that too, and it just takes me wherever the fuck I want to go. So that's all I'm saying. It's small enough I could attach to a hawk. I could attach to a seal. I could attach to a land or sea animal. And the only thing that would kill me,
Okay. Antibacterial.
it would have to be world annihilation. No, where there's nothing to feed on.
True. You just kill everyone.
So I'm saying you can't even fucking put a dagger in my heart. I don't have one.
You can't catch me.
I don't fucking have one.
I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. So it'd be you'd have to have an amazing plot where it would have to be so grand that you'd have to blow up the entire planet, and then the last shot or scene of the movie would be my little parasitic body floating into space with a space suit over it, and
it's going to Mars.
Yeah, and then SpaceX. There's a rocket that flies with Elon Musk waving at me,
And then you like sneak in.
and then the end.
Yeah.
I was the only person I didn't kill was Elon Musk because he left the planet in his fucking SpaceX.
Yeah.
And then that's how it could be to be continued.
It's
Because I took
you in space.
Well, no, because somehow my parasitic part of me like got into Elon Musk's rocket, and then that's how it continues to another planet. Anyway, Hollywood, call me. I'm full of other ideas.
Dude.
You know where I am. That's just the beginning. That's just, free flowing and ripping. So this I didn't even have help. So anyway, if you want, call me. Or I'm on Facebook. Facebook. Whatever. I'm on X. If that is prelude to anything. So anyway, me and Roseanne Barr are on X, so come find us both. She's gonna be in it too.
Perfect.
This is fucking gonna be killer. This is a whole new era of horror movies.
This is great. I love that. So I have one final.
God damn, that's smart.
I have one final question for you,
Bring it.
and then you can get.
I don't want to go. I'm just getting started.
I know, dude. I feel like we could go for like 9 hours about
I know
this.
about our movie ideas.
Yeah, about we so many good.
I'm not even high. This is completely sober.
This is just Sarah. This is just Sarah, and it's the best part, and that's why we love you.
Maybe I should do something.
Maybe you
ayahuasca or something.
I think you should just, anytime you have an idea like that, you should just write it down. But even if it's absurd, just write it down, and eventually you'll get like a full notebook, and then you can go through it and be like, hey, this idea is insane. This is $1 million idea.
And if I see this idea out there, world, if I see this movie being made, so help me God, John, is this documented?
We have not hit record yet.
We have been talking to ourselves for an hour. It's fine. Triggered.
We've been here for 2 hours. I had the idea of my life, my $1 million idea. And it's fucking lost into nothing. God damn, that would be amazing. We didn't hit record. Okay, sorry. I needed that.
You're good.
Go ahead, please. Your last question.
I just wanted. Okay, serious, focus. We're good. I'm fine. I'm fine.
John's funny.
John's.
He's a funny
he has his moments.
Moment.
Okay. So you are big into doing voices.
Yeah.
And I want to hear your best Chucky impression.
Oh my God. Well, which one? The doll one? That's horrible. Fuck, that's horrible. Ugh. Oh God.
He's like, "Hi, I'm Chucky.
Hi,
Wanna play?"
I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
That's horrible.
That was pretty good.
I want to punch myself in the face.
No, that was good.
That was actually pretty
okay?
good. That was actually
Yeah.
pretty good.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
And he's like,
Not great.
Oh my God. What?
"Oh my God, John!"
Oh my God, you gaslighting motherfucker.
No, the dialogue was great. The laugh was, I don't know what.
Why
that was.
wasn't the laugh okay?
It was.
It was a lot.
It was witchy.
It was.
It needs to be Dolly.
It was witchy.
Wait, how does he laugh? It's like ha 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 ha. No, that's
He doesn't laugh. I don't think he laughed. I just added that.
"Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?" Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna ha ha. No, that's the guy from ha ha. That's the guy from The Simpsons. Ha ha.
Oh yeah.
That's the Simpsons.
I don't think Chucky laughs. I just say hi.
Hi, you wanna play?
That was spot on. John, that was spot on. And if you don't say it,
It was spot on.
Thank you for that.
got the validation that I needed.
Thank you so much. You're like, I can go on with my day. So, out of 10, how do you rate this movie?
Oh my God. I just saw Jennifer Cole. Oh my God.
Hey, that was good.
Well, I did it because
Past
I was
24
doing it
hours.
with my guest yesterday,
Yeah.
so now I'm thinking of Jennifer Coolidge. Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Well, as far as campy 80s scary movies, I'm going to go for a 10. It's perfect.
But that was a question?
Well, but okay, that wasn't a question. Okay, that was a declarative. I think
cool,
there was
cool,
no
cool.
imperative in that.
Copy
at
that.
all.
Just wanna make sure.
I'm going to do it again. I'm
Okay,
gonna
awesome.
declare
Okay,
again.
ready, set, go.
So, but based on like a horror movie overall, all time, like if into 2023, right?
It's up to you. It's whatever. Truly, the scale that when I say people, everyone's like, oh, "What do you mean? Like in cinematic history?" Da, da, da. I'm like,
boy.
whatever number feels right for you, that is the right number that the film is. Everyone tries to be like, "Oh, but IMDb says this." Da, da, da. It's like whatever number you feel that you after you watched it, you're like, "I felt this was a blank." That's the right number.
I mean, I'll give it a 7.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's so, for what it is, from an artistic point of view, like, I thought it was exactly perfect in all of its dumb, like, the storyline was janky, the effects were janky, like, it was perfection in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that, I know, and when I stopped watching it, I felt great. Like, I felt I got exactly what I wanted to get for entertainment.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I also gave it a 7.
You did?
I did. Yeah.
Hey.
I did. It was fun. You know, seeing all those, you know, even though I've seen it before, I haven't seen it in a while, to see all those, like, I'm like, I think it's the orange line. I never did that one train. I always did the brown line. That was my train.
Orange line is to the airport.
That's not the airport. Which was the
Yeah, it is.
No, yeah, but which one?
To O'Hare.
Which one is the one that goes over the water?
Is that the brown line?
Is it?
I don't think it's the orange line. I think it's the brown line that
Okay.
they're on. Because the brown line was in the city. I feel like I only took the orange line when I went to O'Hare.
Okay,
Or
because
Midway.
I took the brown line, the blue line, and the red line. Those are my 3.
Yeah.
I always took because Columbia was off of the brown line.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
downtown.
yeah, downtown. Yeah, more you know.
We know
But
Chicago.
I yeah, whatever. But no, it's a fun movie. It has its moments, and it's campy, it's silly, it's absurd, and honestly, just overall fun.
Yeah, it's fun. That's all. It's just
fun.
a fun.
It's just a fun movie.
You can't dive too much more into it.
Nope.
Than it gives you exactly what it is.
Mhm.
It's not telling you. It's not giving you any more expectations. It's
Yep.
like, yo, we're gonna have this doll. It has knives and it's gonna stab your ankles.
Yep. Because why not? Because it's a shorty.
That's the most, by the way. That's the most damage it caused besides killing a woman by
Yeah.
throwing a hammer at her head.
Yeah.
Was literally stabbing calves.
Yeah. So you go for the Achilles. I was like, damn, that you try to. The key is that the smaller your assailant is, I should say.
Yeah.
The more they're like going for the tendons in your feet and your like your ACL, they could slit that just to like
Yeah.
to bring you down to their level. Then you're fucked. You can't get away.
And it's a classic toddler movie. He bit people.
Toddler.
That's what toddlers do. They bite.
He bit a lot. I forgot about that. He bit a lot.
Which is hilarious. When she showed him that bite mark, she's like, "Well, look at this! And how did this happen?"
Oh no, that's not good.
I was like, "Bitch,
get
that looks
there?
infected. I think you have tetanus." Like, it was so
Like,
red and
damn. Also, like, how did his mouth open that big? I don't know. Like
I don't know. He had thin lips. I have no idea.
he needs some filler.
Ha! The neck sound. Yeah. There's
He's all teeth.
That's all. It's exactly. It's so perfect. And they have 2 more, I think, after that I need to watch. But honestly, there's so many scary movies now that I still like smile. I still want to see. And there's one out right now.
Yeah.
What is it?
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Yeah, it's really good.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it twice.
Yeah, I don't
very
know. There's
good.
something bizarre. Like, I don't get scared in scary movies.
That one, Talk to Me, got me.
Did it?
It twice. Like even the second time I saw it, I knew the certain parts were coming, and I still was like, oh god. And it was good.
Suspenseful?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun one. It's a fun ride.
I get, I'm still doing English. Yeah, tell me when to stop.
No, you're
I can
golden.
stop.
No, you're golden.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I get really, the scary things to me are like the real stuff with like ghosts and stuff.
Yeah.
And spirits. Like, I really dig that stuff, but I've yet to find a show that is proven to be legitimate.
Yeah.
And that, because I've had ghost experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely believe, like, I would love, and I'm sure they're there, but the documentaries where the ghost finders,
Yeah.
they're like real life Ghostbusters,
Mhm.
where they go into these homes. But even those, like, they
You
still
don't know
haven't
if
been
they're
that
real.
good.
Yeah, you don't like. It's like, we only have an hour. And
Yeah,
it's like
the most,
there's more. We know you have 7
Something.
hours of footage. Like we know something had to have happened. Like whatever. But yeah.
The best thing that happens is is on the preview, the highlight reel, where they like open a cabinet door.
They're like,
from
"Burp, burp, burp," and go into
I'm
commercial.
like, is that it?
You're like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, we did it. You found the ghost. You
Yeah.
did it." So Sarah, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
You're a delight.
You're a delight.
So where can the people find you?
I love your show, by the way. It's so fun.
I love
go on Instagram. What if I was like Facebook and X?
Only there. Nowhere else can you find Sarah Hyland.
Every Hollywood studio making movies. Instagram is the best place to find me, Sarah Hyland Rosenstein, or you can go to Not Cool Pod, which is my Not Cool podcast page on Instagram, or you can go to YouTube at Sarah Hyland Comedy, where all of my videos, old videos, character videos, and my podcast lives. So that's the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.
Duh.
And thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode. We did it. Katie Afraidy. We are here. I don't know what that was. But anyways, please follow us on Instagram at katie.afraidy or on TikTok at katie.afraidy. Again, we're coming for that Katie Afraidy just plain title, but I think I have to pay someone off to get that. I thought I had it, and then I didn't, and I was like, I need the username.
Oh, no.
So Katie.Afraidy for now. But guys, thank you so much. And if you're dying and you are about to possess a doll, I mean, you could do it, but also maybe don't. Maybe just die. Maybe just die. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's like pretty good advice.
Yeah. Or your heart's gonna be blown up after you get charred in a fire. So it's just best to
Maybe
go out when you can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, stay spooky. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you to our sponsor, Filmcraft Studio Gear. You can find all their cool gear at filmcraftla.com or on Instagram at filmcraftla.